Hello, good night everyone. My name is Grace Donaswento and I would like to present about English in context, implementation skills and components in context. As we know that in English skill there is consists of four main skills: speaking, listening, reading, and writing. All of those skills is really important for us when we be a teacher and teach in school. I am an English teacher in senior high school in East Tasifeto in Belo Regency. For me, for skill is totally I can master it, but the difficulty is when I come to the field, when I come to the real life, I have many problems. All of that problem make me difficult to source them, to apply, to implementate all of the four things in our classroom. Why I say that? If all of the teacher can master all of the skills in English, it's okay. But the big problem for the students will be the big problem also to the teacher. So I would like to tell you the problem of English language in context. The first, I decided into two kind of problems: external problems and internal problems. We are stay in East Nusa Tenggara, and the society in here prefer to speak their local language than Indonesian, even bahasa Inggris. So they are come from the multilingual background. They are prefer to use local language than English. Low facility at school, not enough time to provided to learn, and internal problems like having lack of interest in learning English, lack of learning motivation, lack of basic knowledge and vocabulary mastery, and having lack of confidence to speak. And this is the difficult things for me in school. So what should I do? What can I do? What are my strategies to teach them? The first thing is I make them fall in love with English. If they fall in love with English, they are naturally have the willingness to learning English. And the second one is convince them that speaking English is cool. I always tell them, hey guys, when you come to the Atambua, for example, to the city, and when you speak English with another person you meet there, you will be really cool. And the third one is we are a model, so our best skills so that we become role models for them. Even they don't understand English, I always speaking English at school with my partner, my English senior teacher. I always try to speak with them in front of the students. When they see that, they will imagine someday they can be speak English like us. So it will be a small motivation to them for learning English. And as a teacher, you need to be two function in here. The first one, be their friend when they need discussion. You need to be their friend, and you also need to be teacher when you try to assessing them and evaluate them. If they are comfortable with us as a teacher, then they will have their own motivation, a willingness to learning English. And the fifth one is don't scold if they make a mistake, but correct them in friendly way, and create an interesting and happy learning atmosphere so that they do not get bored. So I always conduct the teaching in classroom by using game, discussion, on debate. Even though they are not fluent in English, but I always try to ask them, to push them to speaking English in debate. And if you are a high school teacher, then look attractive, fresh, and beautiful, or handsome. You will be waited on every day to teach. Your physical performances should be good, because when you are come with fresh face and handsome and beautiful face, it will be like a spirit also for them to learning English. So my my message for you are: first, study and understand all theory related to learning English totally, seriously, and enthusiastically, because it is the basic knowledge that teacher must have. Teacher must be intelligent, creative, innovative, adaptive, and have integrity and strong self-determination. And the second one is, as a teacher, you must have good social skills and good foundation of psychology, because you have to be able to motivate students, encourage students to learn English. You must understand how to deal with students with different character backgrounds, different cognitive ability, and different social environment. The things that force you to do is to be a teacher who understands the situation of the student one by one. If you know and master all of the skill in teaching, it's okay, but you also need to have social skill and psychology understanding, because students not only need you as a teacher that give them material or knowledge or theory, but they also need the comfortable situation, a friend teacher, so that they can always discuss with you, close with you, and speak with you, without any gap between you and students. You need to be friendly teacher, so it can help them to increase their motivation to learning English. I am live in East Nusa Tenggara, which is all the people in here believe that learning English is not important, because what that they can do after they can speak English. So the big work, the big job for me is create my students motivation. So you need to be like that. Besides you are smart, you also need to be a motivator, be a friend, and also be a teacher. So I was teach for 5 years. The first time is make me shock, and now I feeling enjoy with my job. I teach them with love, I teach them with happy, and we always learning English in good and nice atmosphere. And slowly I can see that they have positive increase, they develop in learning English. Now my students can speaking English, my student can write some paragraph in English, my students can listen in English well, and my students also can reading a textbook book in English language. So that's all my experience in school. I hope this is can be useful for you all. So good night everybody. Thank you so much. See you next time.